Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Harbor. Today we have another installment of our journey in the underground rap scene with Suicide Boys. Today's video is gonna be an interesting one. I've never done a reaction to a podcast before on the channel, but a lot of you have been saying that this podcast with Theo and Suicide Boys really shines a light on their come up, their inspiration, and all the obstacles they've gone through with their career in music. So I thought this would be a really good idea, and personally I always like to know the artist more and more. I don't know a lot about Suicide Boys. I think I've only done 3 tracks now that you guys have recommended, and I would like to have a little bit of a deeper connection, especially with their lyrical content. I want to know, where are those lyrics coming from? Are they coming from the substance abuse, the mental health struggles, life in New Orleans? And that's all stuff that I want to know more about. So we're going to check out the Theo podcast. It's about 2 hours long, so you're not going to get a 2-hour video out of me, but we are going to be moving back and forth. I'm going to focus on the sections that I get a little bit more insights into their lives, into their musical careers. And last thing before we get started, we still need a few more members up in the community Discord. If we get that 50 member mark, like I said, I promised you all, I will do a full album reaction to one of Suicide Boys' album. Up to you guys, but let's get that number up. 50 in the Discord. Let's go. All right, let's get it. I love Theo, man. Dude's so funny.
I might retire him after today, too.
No,
Ruby
man,
and Scrim.
You got to do
for
that.
For you, brother? Yes. For you? Yes.
For Christmas or something, you got to bring them bitches back. Christmas or...
Where you spend Christmas normally? You come back to Louisiana?
Yeah.
Yeah, family stuff?
Yeah, every time. My family still lives over in Mandeville.
No, do they?
Big Mandeville.
Always. So was it Covington or Mandeville?
I grew up in Covington and I moved over to Mandeville.
I got you. Where at?
So I think they're all from New Orleans. Theo's from...
we are?
Oh, we are?
Or maybe he just grew up there for a while.
Yeah, I grew up in Covington.
There you go.
Down by Lee Road or whatever. By this dude. It was down
the
there.
Lee Road boys.
Oh, bro.
Woo.
A lot of people, dude. A lot of homemade tattoos, body work.
Yeah. They'll handle business and they'll bury you. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, dude, they got kind of BYO
living in the gutter
shit going on, like that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shit, they'll hook a winch to your leg and try to, like a truck. You know,
my dad was in jail.
Like they pulling you out the mud. They'll try to fix your hip like that.
My dad was in jail with a Lee Road boy, and it was his roommate, and I got it. He took care of him, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. he knew the ropes.
I know there's going to be some serious topics up in here, but Theo's going to have me laughing.
Oh, yeah.
I did flooring with him and shit when we first started.
Laying tile down?
Yeah.
Take Xanax?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, flooring is a gateway drug, I feel like, huh?
Flooring?
Bro.
How is that?
I went to that job sober
in
one
Louisiana,
day.
That's funny.
I went to that job sober for one day just because I didn't have shit, bro, and I was assed out. So I went there sober for one day, and by lunchtime, I was willing to suck some dick for something.
Hey, yo.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Female dick, let's say that.
Yeah, that's cool.
Some lady boy shit, right?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Friend had a joke of how people in Louisiana, like blue collar guys, workers, they'll verbally express their resume to you to hire them, but their resume is like, oh, I don't do pills no more. I do good work, whatever. And that's that's how they get the job.
I'd rather hire if you do pills. They do better work.
90-degree angles only, bro. One dude told me once.
They
I'm like,
on
well,
it.
yeah, that's what we expect.
When I was off that shit, bro, I was on it, bro.
Really?
Employee of the month.
Scrim.
Which specific one it was.
Oh, yeah.
When I was managing a restaurant, Xanax was not my friend.
I
let them do whatever they wanted.
I think that's where me and you differ. They were all my friends.
Really?
Yeah, some were better friends than others.
Well, if you want to get
I mean,
into
who
that.
was a better, or I don't know if there's a term for better drug user. I wasn't good at it. I was too sensitive with drugs.
Scott and I were both way too good at it.
He started young. I
started young.
Say Scott. Is Scott his name?
Young, and then basically by 16, I had my first pain pill. I was drinking before that, and every time I drank, I blacked out. Like, you know what I'm talking about. I couldn't help it.
So you would do it every time?
Oh, yeah, every time. It wasn't
Scott was balls to the wall every time.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah.
I had no control whatsoever. But I took my first pain pill at 16, and then from then, I was like, fuck, I want to feel like this every day. Like I get it now. Because I grew up, the way I grew up, I hated all that shit from just growing up how I did. And I was like, I'm never going to touch any of that shit. And I didn't for a long time until I did. And then once I did, it's like I get it.
Yeah.
I get it now. I get why. So from 16 on,
That sucks.
2019.
That has to be the
Every day. Yeah, it was everyday balls
the
to
option.
the wall. It started with pain pills, went to stronger pain pills, went to heroin. Then the worst it got was toward the end where I was just speedballing all day, like 20 Adderall a day,
And
20
Xanax.
Xanax a day to calm me down from that.
That's the Louisiana speedball.
Yeah, yeah. And then whatever.
What is
opiates, we
going
can
on?
get fentanyl patches,
Oh, yeah.
whatever.
in that
dude.
area.
Oh yeah, people will do pickleback heroin in Louisiana, bro. People will be like, "What are you doing, bro?"
Shit, that drug's always been super prevalent down here, especially in New Orleans.
Yeah.
What about your first? Do you remember taking your first pain pill ever or no?
I do.
Wow.
I had surgery when I was 13. I had
Hey, he said
20
20
two
Adderall.
screws put in my ankles
20
for
Xanax.
a skateboarding injury that I got into when I was 13, and they did surgery, and then I was prescribed Vicodin, and I would just like lay in my bed. The Vicodin pill bottle would be like above on my headboard, and like every few hours I was supposed to take one, and I got hooked. And after I got recovered and I started like being a teenager and being social and all that stuff, that's what I wanted to find was painkillers.
Oh yeah, I remember once I took a couple somas, bro, and I felt like I didn't have any arms for almost
dude.
half a day.
Well, like the Trinity is supposed to be
Yeah, the Trinity.
a Percocet, a Soma, and a Xanax. You ever
I
seen
don't
the
even know what a
Pharmacist,
Soma
like,
is.
Documentary on
Yeah.
Netflix. That's
Remember how
all
they
like
had pill
Chalmette and
mills back
shit.
here?
Like,
Yeah, that's y'all. Yeah,
Soma?
Back in the
Mills.
day.
Yeah,
that was
that-
the thing, bro. It was like
Is that like short for something?
200 lower tabs, 180 Xanax, and 120 Soma. That was like the Trinity that they prescribed to everyone.
yeah. Oh, I remember they busted a mall Santa in Terrytown with like 100 somas on them or something.
Shout out Big Terrytown.
Yeah, bro.
A town full of so many Terrys, they named it after them. It's crazy.
Hey, bro. Hey, Terry will get you flooring, bro. Some dudes, they was so fucked up, they put flooring on the ceiling, bro. You like, bro, this dude put flooring on everything.
Oh
Bro.
my God, dude.
They'll floor your yard in Louisiana, bro. They don't give a fuck, dude. They'll floor a baby crib. They'll floor them, bro.
New tile for
They'll
the baby
floor
crib.
your grandfather, bro. You leave him
Casket.
sitting around.
The mausoleum's got new tile.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fucking right.
That's crazy.
You guys,
Fucking hilarious.
That's crazy. You remember your first pain pill?
Oh, yeah.
That's crazy to think of how strong they are and how powerful they are. That's like a core memory.
Bro, it's like a very euphoric, like, it's like almost like a coming to Jesus moment. Like, it's like this,
Mine happened in a different situation. My papa had passed away when I was 16.
Personally, I've never touched any of that stuff, any painkillers, benzos, anything hard drugs like that. But I have had painkillers for injuries, like Ruby said in his skateboarding incident there. I personally didn't really like the feeling. I mean, it calms you down, it makes you a little bit sleepy and loopy, whatever, but maybe I was really young. Maybe that was, I don't know. But don't abuse drugs, guys. It is not a good time. Let's keep going.
Yeah, he was like my dad. Me and him were super tight. I love that man. And when he passed away, I came across a pain pill.
coping with the sadness.
Yeah, and at that point, I was just like, this is too painful. I can't deal with this. Fuck it. And he had his funeral that day.
Yeah.
And for me, it had the opposite effect. Like I didn't get sick. I didn't get tired. I felt like great.
That they get sick.
I know.
You know?
I felt euphoric. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
I was running
nah,
around the
I don't
funeral
know.
home. I gave a eulogy. Everybody standing to give
Bro,
me.
you'll get a
There's-
goddamn Emancipation Proclamation.
yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like,
He only look. I
Yeah.
will say to this day, I've heard it's the only eulogy with a trap beat behind it. So I am saying that's the rumor going around. Bro.
DJ
Little
Scram
bit.
with that eulogy.
Yeah.
Dang, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So do you think you would have been able to give that eulogy if you weren't on the pills?
No,
Wow. So that's.
I was too hurt.
I wonder if that's
with a trap beat
I
on.
wonder if that was that like the first time you ever like kind of spoke like that.
It was the first time in my life that I was comfortable in my skin. That
Oh.
I felt like my whole life,
Damn.
like there was something off. Like I didn't belong here. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like I could never be comfortable in my own skin. That was the first time where that happened to me. I felt good. I didn't have a care in the world.
Yeah.
And I was like, I made it a point. I told myself, I remember, I'm gonna feel like this every day for the rest of my life. And I that's what I set out to do from the time I woke up to the time I went to sleep. And that's
So how does music even get started then by you guys if y'all are already?
Well,
it's hard to get a pillhead to finish painting the baseboards, dude.
I'm probably the most productive.
If you hold pills above their head, you can get them to do anything you want. Anything you want, they'll do it. You know, and I don't know.
Our paths started differently.
Yeah, and it wasn't like we were so fucked in the beginning. Like, it was very much a fun thing, and we were ignorant, thinking like that story that you hear about death in jail, that's not going to happen to us because we're smarter than that. We know how to do this the right way. But, you know, give it 10 years and we're at that point.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So the music always came first. It was never drugs first. The music was always first, and then at some point it kind of the lines got blurred a little bit. But
yeah, so then who starts the music first, man? Because one thing is crazy
They're
about you
sober
guys' music,
now,
I was
too.
listening to so much of it the past month.
From what I
trying to,
heard.
like decipher, like, okay, is there certain beat, like, where did some of the sounds come from? Like little things. Sometimes I hear a little bit of like Bone Thug. Maybe I would hear.
we used to get that so much when we first started.
Yeah. Did you really?
We used to get compared to Bone Thugs all the time.
But then sometimes I would be watching. I would almost think of
Man,
that
I don't
movie Gummo or something.
It's a new world for me, so.
I've never seen Gone. He's seen a lot of movies. I
It's
haven't.
super artistic and like bizarre.
It's very bizarre.
And kind of like off violent, kind of like, yeah, I mean, even just looking at that picture.
It's disturbing. Like,
Yes.
it's a disturbing movie.
And I was
Yeah.
like, this shit, it's like,
That's cool though.
it feels, it's music,
art, right?
but it feels like a disturbance. That's what you guys start, like some of y'all stuff feels like that to me.
Yeah.
Like I want to disturb shit.
Yeah, we want to disturb shit. We want to make people feel weird. We want to make people feel, I don't know, at first we were
That's
super
good,
edgy,
though.
like,
I'm
just
all about
saying
that.
Crazy shit just to see reactions out of people.
Going for the shock factor.
Not
Shock
the-
value, all that thing.
Yeah.
And
Not the like the
But you
shot.
must have liked that. Like there's a thing that you know what I'm saying? Like we, like,
I just
So
like,
for me-
I like pressing buttons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, I grew up on like
It's good to be
3-6.
uncomfortable though.
That was my biggest influence. And
Which is
old,
like
To
a
have
spine.
different type of emotions and all.
Yeah, like old Memphis music from like the 90s. And my uncle put me on that when I was like 8 years old, and I just got obsessed. But other than that, I came from more of like a trap music background, like trap house, dope deal,
Waka,
and
that type of shit,
yeah,
Chief
all,
Keef.
all that shit. And
See.
then him from the punk background.
And like
Chief
hip hop. I was on
Keef.
the hip hop tip.
Yeah.
I was like an old head at like 25 years old.
Yeah.
You know, I was bringing
hating.
like boom bap. I was like, this isn't philosophical enough for me.
Yeah,
Like,
hating. Yeah.
And then
That's where we differ also.
Yeah.
So I heard y'all talking about this. Ruby has more of like the punk background. I mean, still a lot of hip hop, and then Scrim is way more like trap. He said Chief Keef and all. And you said that Ruby has a new project that's more maybe my speed. So we might get that on the channel. Let's keep on rolling.
I said I was taking myself way too seriously as far as like my taste in music goes.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people from New Orleans have like this elitist taste in music because, you know, the city's pretty like, you know, there's music everywhere, every day, every night. There's music all over the place. So I think growing up here, you kind of like, at least I did, develop this elite taste. And he's the one that kind of knocked me down a couple pegs. And I
Elite
realized,
taste.
some music is just fun.
You're right.
It doesn't all have to be so serious, like with a message and shit.
Yeah.
yeah, that's the vibe I get from like, and even getting go to one of y'all's shows, like just like there's this legion of people that want to just have this experience.
Yeah.
You know, they want to be in this like disturbing moment, you know, like they like the song, but it's almost like they're anthems too to them.
Yeah.
That's
to
a good
feelings
word.
that they
That's a
have.
good word.
kind
Yeah.
of.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Yeah, that's a good
man.
way to put it, bro.
Dude, it's a lot of these kids are like misfits and outcasts and weirdos, and like he said, never felt comfortable in his own skin. I can relate to that very well, you know, myself.
You also don't
So
have
I
to
think
be a
we provide
weirdo outcast
a place for these
to
kids
like this kind of
feel
music.
Like they're surrounded by their people.
Yeah.
And
Same.
they come and
A
they
community.
like, yeah, and it's like this emotional like.
But I can see it's really good
you can,
for
like, get their emotions
outcasts.
out by getting in the pit or yelling lyrics or like, you know, maybe you'll meet a girl there. You might meet your best friend there. I always like to think that after these shows, like these kids stay in touch and like,
Yeah.
it's like whole community
Oh,
forms.
they do. I've seen it. They do. And I think they share a connection with us, which
for
which
sure.
I love because I don't ever want them to look at us as I want us to be humanized to them.
For sure.
Oh, it felt
If
like it,
that-
dude. When
you
I
know
was
what
there,
I'm
I
saying?
remember even going from backstage and being around the people that the night I was there, I think you guys had Shakewell.
Nashville?
Yeah, Nashville.
Yeah.
And who else?
what year
Tall
was
black
that?
dude.
Germ,
Night Lavelle.
Night Lavelle was there.
Yep.
Shakewell, Cheddar
Cheddar
was there. We had Turnstile.
Puya.
Boy, no, not
Oh,
that.
Turnstile.
Who you know? And he wasn't there.
Dang, represent Baltimore.
Yeah,
Let's
Cheddar
go.
was there. But I remember
Harbor
from
Boys.
even just the people that were backstage, the people working with y'all, to the crowd, I couldn't tell the difference between who the fuck was who anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I accused 7 of people of being damn Shakewell and Cheddar. Dude, I met 2 girls that looked
Accused. That's crazy.
and look, Cheddar's a handsome guy.
Yeah, he's a good looking dude,
and
right?
they were pretty girls. I'm just saying, it was like, I'm just saying that it felt like all the same people. It just feels like it doesn't feel like there's
It's uniform. It's like, yeah.
It doesn't feel like you guys are in like a superior place.
I don't ever want anyone to feel like I think I'm better than them. I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that at all. I never want to be looked at as if I like punch down or anything. Like, I hope
These dudes
I
are
would never
real
put
humble,
myself
man.
out there to
Mad
be looked at
respect.
in that light, because I don't feel like I'm better than even the people that come to the show. Dude, I don't feel like I'm better than any of them. The people that are helping us at the shows and working and putting the sets together.
It's kind of just like a party, yeah.
We thank them every night. We
Yeah.
thank
Yeah.
the
A bunch of
security
friends.
and the venue workers, because it's true. Without them, it takes a lot of people to throw a show and to throw a tour, and it's not just all about the glitz and the glamour. Because people know our names and our faces. A lot of people put hard work into this, and Scott and I have been able to remain humble throughout all of this, and
Boy, Scott.
we love meeting the fans and talking with them, but we do have our boundaries. And we've never been a dick to the fans, except if they deserved it. And I use that word loosely, but, kind of crossing that boundaries and posing on our personal space a little too much to where we have to say something.
Yeah, sometimes you also have to have
I got into it with a commie in my comments the other day.
A commie?
a communist guy?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He said he was going to come take all my shit. So
They what?
I had to let him know. Come
Redistribute it.
come try it. Yeah.
But dude, it take all somebody's shit, that would
Redistribute
take
it?
2 or 3 days, bro. You can't.
He told me
what
I
I'm
was
saying?
outnumbered. So
I don't know. He had an ex-girl. I'm sorry, this is too much, but he had an ex-girl take all his shit out of his house in a couple days. That was possible.
Oh yeah,
So.
it's possible. It's possible. I was in rehab with a bag of underwear, some shirts from H&M that Kyle bought me for rehab, and like fucking 10 grand left to my name, which sounds like a lot to some people, but I mean, at the time, bro, I had like $1 million house and what, $1 million, you would say, and that's what I was down to. So yeah.
Yeah, dude. Well,
How'd
it's
that
funny
happen?
because sometimes when you go to rehab and shit, people will pack a bag, and the most thing they put in there the most, bro, underpants, bro. They're like,
Yeah.
it's almost like it's important, but it's like, bro, at least help me.
I was like, I'll figure the rest out. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
You'll see somebody in rehab wearing like underpants as a shirt.
Oh, bro, I went to like Target before I went to rehab and just bought all cozy, comfortable clothes. I didn't give a shit. Like,
Ruby's in a bunch of onesies. Relax.
That is something he would do.
I mean, you can't go anywhere. You can't do anything. You don't have a phone. So what's the point in like trying to dress to impress? Like,
Ruby's got one of those portable fireplaces he got going on. Dude.
well, they had Roku's in the rehab.
So when you guys first start putting the tunes together, then how does that kind of happen? I mean, I know there's a lot of lore out there, but I just want my fan base to know too, man, that, you guys are out of Louisiana. You guys have created this universe
know.
that's really
Let me know.
super unique, man. Like you guys' thing is
Where does this come from?
it's its own thing.
Thank you, bro.
It's its own fan base. It's its own. I never know who will be a Suicide Boys fan.
That's actually a good-
fucking
that's a good
weird,
point.
bro.
It trips me out too,
strange.
bro. I don't think we haven't
Caught
gotten
me.
used to any of this either, bro.
No.
Like even coming here today, it was like really nerve wracking. We're really introverted. But as far as the music, I mean, when you say like how does it get created, are you talking about like from a creative standpoint when we get together and actually make the song, or like how did we get together and get to this
Yeah,
point?
you mean like the origin or like?
Yeah, I know you guys are cousins, right?
Yeah.
I know you guys
Yeah.
have that family. I mean, I even think that you guys look alike. People tell you that a lot.
Our moms are sisters.
Oh yeah.
He looks kind of like my brother, but I don't think we've ever gotten compared.
No.
Us personally.
Maybe when we were younger.
Yeah.
When we were
Yeah.
younger.
But it's just it's a kind of wildest sound or feeling or thing that come out of New Orleans. It's really interesting because you wouldn't think it. If you played you guys music for people from, and they were like, where do you think this came out of? I don't know if they would say New Orleans. You know?
right,
I don't know if
right.
they wouldn't.
Right.
I agree.
But
Where would they say
it's just
though?
what you guys have is so unique. It's not mainstream. It's your own thing. It's huge. I mean, you guys play. You guys are playing arenas. You know, it's like it's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
It is.
And it's kind of it's all you. It's all you and your fans thing, right? That's what I think is feels like it's y'all's thing. It almost feels. I almost feel like an outsider even getting to spend time with you in a way, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you and I are close, and I'm grateful to. You know, we're both from Louisiana, but and so I'm grateful for it.
That's
but
cool,
still,
man.
I know that that's y'all's world, right?
They talk outside
And,
the podcast.
So
Friends.
I guess what I'm asking, like, how does that first thing start to kick off, and how do you know you're making something that you feel brave enough to put out there, or were you just were you just kind of?
So he started off like he used to rap and he was you were in a lot of bands growing up. My path was different. I started off DJing when I was 13. I was listening to Q93. You know Q93.
Oh yeah,
And
bro.
DJ Rowe was on there, and he was it was the first time I ever heard someone blend two songs together, and it tripped me out. So my parents got me like this little $100 DJ setup for Christmas. And I started from there. About fast forward, you know, I'm DJing parties, all that, throughout high school. And
Oh,
then,
that must have been fire, huh?
Friday, yeah, it went down. It went down. Kyle knows it went down. We had,
People needed you
we
there,
had,
bro.
we had some good times, bro. It was wild, legendary times. And then 19. Fast forward, I'm about 19, and that's when I got into producing and engineering, like recording people and mixing. I never really wanted to rap. I would do it for fun, but I thought it was whack to be white and be a rapper. I didn't see too many out there that pulled it off good.
Yeah, you got to really know you can do it.
Yeah, so I was like, I
wanna make the
always felt
beats.
like my place was more behind the scenes. And then I made a couple mixtapes for fun while on like my off days when I was working at the furniture store. He reaches back out to
He was
me.
selling furniture, bro.
Weiner Court.
Slanging used furniture at that. Yeah, bro.
Who was it for, bro? What furniture?
Weiner
place?
Court furniture.
Yeah,
right
Weiner
there
Court,
in
bro.
Jefferson.
Yeah.
Dude, I rented some shit for fucking Weiner Court one time. Yeah.
It's crazy that they just know what
put
each
some
other are
furniture
talking
in there
about
to Weiner
immediately.
Court, bro. And somebody, some dude stole, like, we had 3 ottomans in that bitch, bro. Some dude took just the ottomans. That was a crazy thing, you know? You don't see a lot of just solely ottoman theft.
Yeah, nah, I don't.
Usually
Don't.
you can take the love seat, bro. Because who's going to lay on the floor and just put their feet up?
He must have been desperate, bro.
So that guy's a real adventure guy.
Yeah, I like it. I like
So
his
you're over
style.
there slanging
I wouldn't
furniture.
even be mad at him. You know what I'm saying? If you're just taking an ottoman, I ain't even.
So when people came in the door, you would show them the furniture?
Oh yeah, bro.
Oh my!
I
Bro,
was-
if
Oh, they're
I
going
could
on a tangent now.
That would be my dream, dude. If I showed up and you got to show me.
I
furniture.
had the fade back then. My face had to be shaved. I had to wear makeup on my hands at one point because I got my hands tattooed, which ultimately got me fired. But I worked there for like 3 years. And then we were like, we would keep
Fired
in touch
for
with each other.
tattoos
He
is
would hit
crazy.
me up and
These days,
I
at
think it was
least.
around. Yeah, it was when I got fired.
Furniture. I mean, sales. I don't know.
I don't know if you had just graduated from Loyola, but he wanted to come and film a music video for one of my songs, which I thought he was trolling me the whole time. You know,
Wow.
like I was
I said
like,
no the first time.
yeah, he's fucking with me,
I
but
said no.
he's the one that convinced me. He's like, nah, you're actually pretty good at rapping, bro. You should take this serious. And then from there, that's how we linked up. We did that video, and then G59 came about because that was like our little clique.
The
Back
origin.
in like high school and even a little bit after high school, we thought we were thugs, bro. We thought we
I
were
gotta check that
gangsters
video
and
out.
shit. And,
Oh yeah.
Looks like some intel that I
everybody
need.
on the east side of Highway 59, and our color was gray. We thought we were banging and shit. We thought we were bad. And a lot of those guys either
Highway
died,
59. That's where it's from.
drug overdoses or got in trouble or some shit. So, but we kept the name alive by like we got together. We're like, all right, you know, let's.
The name was already there.
Yeah,
Why not make it
he was.
something?
Yeah, Adi was the one that pointed that out. Like, this is let's roll with this.
Well, I just thought G59, Great 59 was a hard ass fucking name, and he was already repping it. So I figured
Yeah.
we linked up. Why not just run with that?
Yeah.
Wait, so did I hear that right? I think Scrim, did he say that he was going by G59 before meeting up with Ruby, and then they kind of did the record label? Let me go back a couple steps here.
Yeah,
Why not make it
he was.
something?
Yeah, Adi was the one that pointed that out. Like, this is let's roll with this.
Well, I just thought G59, Great 59 was a hard ass fucking name, and he was already repping it. So I figured we linked up. Why not just run with that?
Yeah.
You know.
Anything I missed? Like,
I was actually gonna say.
besides your side. Of,
No. I was gonna say it's funny because
Sounds like
he
it.
started making beats back in like 2008, 2009. He bought a MacBook, started making beats, and around that time I was getting really into like hip hop and currency and stuff, like being from down here.
Yeah.
And he was telling me he was making beats, and I was like, "Yo, can you show me how you do this? Like, I would be interested in learning." He's like, "Yeah, I got you." And he's like, "Show me how he does it," and he taught me how to make beats. And it's just so funny that now we're still doing the same shit.
yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So it just kind of evolved from there, and then you start putting on shows locally.
Yeah, we would book shows
So, like,
the
13
North
years
Shore
ago?
in Baton Rouge or whatever. Because all right, let me be real with you. We knew no one was gonna come.
Yeah.
No one knew who the fuck we were. We were just starting
Yeah,
out,
dude.
so we didn't expect anybody to come, and we would use those live shows as practice
Yeah.
to see what is gonna work, what's not gonna work, the things we can do to fuck with the crowd and all that stuff. And at first,
We did a lot of open mics too.
a lot of open mics.
Wow,
we actually
open
won
mic
one of them.
performing or just as comedy? No, as music.
It was
No, it was
music. It was
music,
like
yeah.
bands and rappers
to
and
win
all
like
sorts of shit.
$1,000.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Win
Third time we did.
$1,000 unlimited oysters.
And on
there.
our third time we did it, we won.
We won it. We just took all that money and bought T-shirts, like blanks, and then we just printed all our own T-shirts.
Yeah.
And we would literally text people like, "Want to buy one?" And then Scott would like drive it to them and deliver
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Bro, that's still what you guys' whole thing
T-shirt
feels
dealers.
Like to me. It doesn't feel small like that, but it feels like that.
Well,
Yeah.
dude,
Because I'll see like fonts and things, and it's like I don't understand it because I haven't known the music from the beginning, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, this is their world, but it's just beloved in that space, you know?
yeah.
Yeah.
And it's interesting that you say that because, fuck, what did you just say? Remind me what you just said.
About
Oh, Yeah, you would drive over the delivery. That's a
Oh,
little
right. So it is in a way,
like
dude,
it still feels the same as
it
like
is the same.
our roots.
You know,
when we
obviously
started.
we're not driving T-shirts to people anymore, but Scott and I are still very much involved, very hands-on, and I think we fucking care, dude. Like
Yeah.
this is our baby, and we love it, and it's loved us back, and we want to take care of it. And distancing ourselves from it because we've gained money and egos is not really something that we're interested in doing.
No.
And we're very aware of that too. You know?
That's good that
Yeah,
they
this
didn't get
shit
stuck
has
up on
saved
that.
our lives, bro. I don't know any other
It's a different
force
appreciation
or
where
consequence that might have
It
been
saved your life. type.
powerful
So,
enough to make us even consider to go get help and get clean. You know what I'm saying? Because we had something to live for, we had something to lose.
Yeah.
And not just the business, not just the label, but each other.
Yeah, it's bigger than us.
You
Dude.
know,
we
the
employ
most
people and
inspiring
It's
thing
way
about
bigger
these
than
guys.
me,
Yeah.
him,
That part of the
and
story
it's,
there.
It's bigger than any of us.
I
bro.
think that's something like he just said that we tell ourselves constantly to just keep ourselves down to earth and because it's easy, dude, to be successful and get caught up in yourself. It's easy because
Very easy.
if anything, you have to fight that shit off. You know what I mean?
I'm sure you know, bro.
Yeah, well, it's
you
a
know.
battle I've dealt with, and some days I win, some days I lose.
For sure.
Over time, it's gotten better. Yeah, and especially if you're hands-on, used to doing things, and that becomes a part of because you want everything to be perfect. Learning to let other people help you.
Yeah.
And then your ego can build without you even noticing it.
Oh, yeah.
You think like, oh, I'm just proud
Yeah.
of myself, but that 95% of that cup could be ego. So
Yes, bro.
it's funny you say that though, Scott, like about the something saving you. Yeah, there's a lot of times where if I didn't have to I'm like, there's some temptation that'll happen the night before and be like, I got a podcast tomorrow.
Yeah.
Or I have a show to do, or I have some responsibility. I got to
Yeah.
get it.
Distractions, responsibilities.
One of them's waiting
Yep.
on the email from me or
That'll
something,
help
or
you.
I'm waiting from them, and it keeps me going.
Yeah, bro. I would have been, for a long time, I would argue that drugs kept me alive. Because I didn't know how to live
Sorry
in this
about the
world.
dogs,
I didn't want
guys.
to live in this world at all. But at the same time, didn't quite have the balls to take myself out.
Oh yeah.
It's a scary thing.
So I'd say that drugs kept me alive for a long time. I mean,
What made you in so much pain? You think? Like, what was the tough part for you? You think?
Well, I think it was a mixture, dude. I think it was, like I said, just being born. Like I just feeling out of place, like always, like something wasn't right.
Which is like a common theme with addicts.
Yeah,
It's, you know,
I
think
like I'm a
they've-
large in the worlds of fucking media, but
Yeah,
some of the
I
worlds
think-
of 7XL.
exactly.
Yeah, bro.
I'm wandering around in my own shirt. I'm trying to find a neck hole, bro.
So I think it's and they've done a lot of I mean, they've done a lot of work on this, and they know it's like genetics. I won't get into all that, but you know,
Yeah.
part of that, and I think also, you know, the way I grew up, and you know, when I say this, dude, I love everyone in my family. I'll go above and beyond for any one of them, but you know, everybody was doing the best they could with what they knew how to do. But it was still tough. You know, it was some tough shit to grow up in.
It's also real good to do your own research and kind of know where, or at least get a better idea of where these feelings might be coming from. So respect on that. It's really good to know that while you're going through it, right?
Winded with this because I have a tendency to do that, but I always thought like this thing, like, okay, the drugs are not working anymore. They're not doing it for me. But this thing's gonna do it for me. Once we get to that place, whatever that place is,
beautiful.
in my head, whenever I get that thing, that's gonna do it for me. And then I got really suicidal when we got there, wherever there is.
Yeah, what was that?
And nothing changed. Now I feel worse. Because if this don't work, what's gonna do it? And that's, you know, that's when I really started to spiral. And for me, and I'll end it with this, the answer for me has been getting involved in the 12-step programs. And it's been more of a spiritual answer rather than the material, you know?
Yeah,
Very
man.
cool.
I remember I was in my garage. It was like probably 2 years ago, man. I was bawling, talking to my brother on the phone. I was like, nothing will save me. It was like I got people that'll like me. I thought that's what was my problem.
Same.
If enough people like me, I'll like me.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was like, fuck, man.
Yeah.
And one day I was
Make
just
me
like,
emotional.
It's ass backwards because
Yeah.
you have to like yourself first, and then
yeah.
the other stuff comes.
But it's crazy to think, man, you know, that's kind of the way that it could kind of process and yeah, but I see you in the rooms, man. It gives me a lot of hope every time I see you.
Same
It
with
makes
you,
me-
bro.
makes
Dude,
me
I
wanna
was
keep
in.
going,
Oh,
you know?
dude,
I
I'm
was
about
in the
to-
way you
I'm
run
about
your
to tear
rooms,
up.
bro.
Shit.
Not to overtalk you, but it's
No, you're
like,
good, you're good.
you know, you have a lot of respect of a lot of people in there, and it's
I thought I'd tear up
it's
on a
cool,
Theo
man.
podcast.
I've been blessed, bro. And for you, bro, I was
Get that vape.
yeah. They taste kind of shitty. You want a fresh one?
all right.
Come on, brother. Let me at least do you that service.
Yeah, bro, look, we can't be popping pills, bro. We gotta do something.
We're gonna nick it out. Just living on my own. Just got to where I was living on my own in California, where I got sober, and I came across your video on YouTube. That was my introduction to you, and it was why I got sober. It was that video, and
Damn.
then from there,
I need to watch
I
that
watched
too, man.
Video, and you inspired me.
I
bro,
love
and you gave
Theo.
me hope.
I love
And
this
then
inspiration.
That's when I did a deep dive on you. Started watching all
cool,
like
dog.
your greatest hits and highlights and shit, laughing my ass off. But
That's funny, bro.
That's how I came to know you. But yeah, before we even knew each other, bro, you gave me a little bump when I needed it too with that video.
Gang, man. Thanks, bro. Yeah, it's crazy kind of, I think, the connection that people get going through, like, if they're using or if they're recovering. It's like, on both sides of that, it seems like there's probably a lot of connection. You guys could probably speak to that, huh? You think?
What you mean?
Like, even on the using side, there's like a level of connection that keeps people.
Oh yeah. I mean, that'll keep you in the act of addiction by, you know, you kind of almost.
There's a community
When
around
I was
it,
buying
yeah.
pills and shit and snorting Roxy's, I never wanted to do them alone. And so I would share with everybody, and I was making money, so I could buy a bunch, and I would share with people that were my friends that didn't make as much money, and they were happy to get free pills, and I could like be in my dark shit, but not alone. And I think a lot of addicts are chasing loneliness. They're chasing, they're having trouble with self-acceptance, and I think finding your little group of like similar drugs that you want to do together definitely makes you feel like you're safe and at home.
Yeah.
And then the exact opposite happens when you get off of them too. You find your people that want to stay away from that shit, and it kind of strengthens your little community that you're in. You know?
Yeah.
What were some of the what have been some of the highlights? I mean, because you guys have a success.
Just want to say real quick, like this is I don't know why, but it's giving me a little anxiety just watching this, and the fact that these guys are in a place mentally where they can share this and be with a friend from the same background, from the same city, from the same state. I applaud these guys. This is awesome. And like I said, I was getting emotional on a Theo podcast not too long ago, just now, 5 minutes. Let's keep rolling. I'm loving this. I needed to take a little break though there.
Yeah.
What were some of the would have been some of the highlights? I mean, because you guys have a success that I think, like, a lot of people don't really know it in a lot of ways. A lot of people do, but y'all aren't a mainstream thing.
Yeah, it's
Like, is that offensive to say? It doesn't
No,
feel
not
offensive,
at
right?
all.
If anything,
Okay.
I kind of take offense to the opposite, that people do consider us mainstream, and I don't think we are. We are in maybe how popular we are or how many people listen to us.
Yeah,
But
it's like, what is
you're not gonna
mainstream?
see
people like the
us-
gatekeep. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like,
especially
that's-
our fan base.
Yeah, they
love
like.
to
Is it
gatekeep.
just
What does that mean when
popularity?
people say gatekeep?
They feel like it's their thing.
Oh, bet.
You have to deserve to be our fan.
Yeah.
It
you have
feels
to-
like that.
Oh,
though.
yeah.
You know, every fan that we meet,
I feel
whether it's
that. I
we're
think I
just
feel that.
out and about, and we run into somebody that recognizes us.
Not with
as
y'all in the
Kim,
comments,
that you
though.
will
Y'all
back me
are
up.
lovely, bro.
10 times out of 10, they
Very
tell me
welcoming.
that they've listened to us since 2015.
Yeah.
Which, or they'll say, I've been listening to you guys since y'all started. I've been a fan since 2012.
Or since
or
I
they'll
was in
lie.
7th grade,
Which-
and now they're 20 something.
Yeah, exactly. But the 2015 thing is funny.
Some of them still in 7th grade too, bro. Depending on what parish they from. No disrespect, dude. Hey, bro, I did 5th twice, homie.
Yeah.
We've been in there, bro. We've all done this little sentence, man.
A little say he's talking about it's like a jail.
Yeah, it is. It's their world.
The two
That's
terms
why
of-
even like with talking with you guys, it feels since
Two
I wasn't there from
stints,
the beginning, you don't
5th.
feel a little bit of. You're like, oh, this is their thing. Even when I meet y'all's fans, it feels like that.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
feels like they're people that have feelings and they've been through something. That's what it
Yeah.
kind of feels like. Y'all shows are real interesting, man, because it's such a it's such a kickoff, and then it's almost like running downfield the whole show. You know, it just feels
Damn.
like
That's a good way to.
it's intense, man. And the crowd gets going. I mean, there's just a lot going on. You got the people up by the front, just like almost like it's like a big lung up there.
Yeah.
They're just kind of like
He taught me
vibrating.
this early on, man. Like, we were doing a show. We were about to do a show in New York, and only 3 people were showing up. And me and some other rappers were like, "Fuck this, we ain't doing this." And he taught me a lesson early. He's like, "Bro, it doesn't matter if one person shows up or thousands. Like, you give that person a show." And ever since then, I've ran with that. You know, and it's like anytime I'm out there,
You
like,
did take to that.
yeah, if
super well.
if
That's
these people
hard
are
for
paying
people to do,
to
artists to
come
do.
watch me perform, then the last
get
thing
into
I
that
want to do
mindset.
is just sit there. You know, like I want
in your
them-
own self. Yeah.
Yeah, and just like be still. I don't know if that makes sense, but I want to go out there and give them energy. Like,
Yeah,
give
I mean,
them
you gotta
everything
you gotta
I
get
got.
some
And
energy
like I
back from
said,
the audience
worst
too.
case scenario,
So
one person showed up. It's a fucking practice. Like you,
reasonable.
you keep you don't get rusty. You keep it going because, you know, we'll tour once a year, really 2-3 months at the end of the year. And the first few shows we do, it's we kind of like forget what to say, or
Yeah.
we'll forget certain lyrics. We're like, fuck, dude, we've done this for 10 years. How are we forgetting this shit? You have to get back in the groove.
Yeah, you got to
And-
get back in the groove,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
So you guys, now there's a new album coming out. What is it like to like evolve? Like, is it scary to evolve? I think about it even like in comedy and stuff. I'm like, what the heck? Like, you know,
Man.
some of your
So this is
like,
a year
people
ago.
that listen to you. They
wondering what
they
album they're
listen to you
talking
at
about.
a certain age, but they're getting older too.
Yeah.
Some of them are all different ages. So how do you try and apply to everybody?
I'm really glad you asked this.
That's a great question.
And how do you try to also apply to yourself at the same time?
So we might have 2 different.
I think it'll be, well, at
What you
first,
think, Rube?
I think at first we were scared to kind of change the sound up because the formula was working.
Yeah.
And we were worried about like introducing new stuff because what if they don't like it and this and that. And the more successful you get is like the scarier it gets because you think
Yes.
one wrong fucking move and it all crumbles, which isn't true. But we started experimenting, doing some like singing stuff or whatever, and people seemed to fuck with it. And then we got to a point to where we didn't really care if they didn't like it or not. Scott and I have been making this music for so long now that if we want to,
So they're talking about,
experimental or new, I
New
think we
World
deserve
Depression.
to at this point.
Came out last year.
So it can be a scary thing, but I think, you know, don't fear it and just do it and see what happens.
Yeah,
you know?
I think I agree 100% on everything you said. On a more, I don't know if you went through this too, but for me on a more personal level, when I got sober, it was like I was so scared because I thought my drug use fueled all my creativity.
Yeah, that was definitely a thought
And,
for sure.
Yeah, and so like for me, once I finally did start getting back into it, it was literally like learning how to walk all
It is.
over again.
It is.
Really?
And
Yeah.
and the sound did kind of change as a result of that, beat wise, production
More
wise.
upbeat, more like
Yes.
less scary and
Yes.
sad sounding.
Yes. So I think the evolution of our music has matched exactly
The evolution of us.
Yeah.
That's a great point.
That's how I look at it.
That's good. Staying
What was
authentic.
it like if you're like on pills and you're deep out on pills, I never really got that out on them, you know? If you're like Huff and Trank or whatever, I don't even know what some of the names of it are, you know? Yeah, fucking swamp pebbles or whatever y'all buying out here.
Swamp
Looking for
pebbles.
anything now,
Looking for
right?
a
No,
neck
man.
hole.
Oh, bro, they'll fucking have a tilapia flavored perk out here, bro. In New Orleans, they don't give a shit, bro. You'll have a fucking pecan crusted Zen bar out here, bro. You're like, what the fuck? Everybody wants to be a chef in this
That's pretty funny.
motherfucker, bro. That's crazy, dude.
Yeah,
You'll have a
praline
fuck-
Adderalls. Yeah.
Oh, you'll have a bag of chaw grilled somas over here, bro. You're like, damn, this place is crazy, dude.
That's pretty funny.
Bro.
But what was it like making music when you're under that influence? Is it even possible to make music when you're like that kind of pill high? I don't know. So I'm just curious, like, or is it just possible to just like listen back, or do you feel any was there any creativity from the actual high of that?
I don't know if we work differently because I know
How would you know?
sometimes you would
I guess
wait
compare.
until after we were done, but
smoke.
this was early on to smoke. Yeah.
Weed. It's I still smoke weed.
I couldn't go without it. Now, Ruby couldn't either. You know what I'm saying? So we were constantly on it all day. So it's kind of like just feeling normal.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah, it was
Don't you
kind of.
doze off and shit?
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
that's like, look.
Well, how do you find your time
the
when
way-
you're both awake at the same time to make a track?
when you take a Percocet first thing in the morning or whatever you're.
How am I supposed to take this serious?
It's gonna give you a boost. I'll come out of that bathroom snorting something and I'm like, "What's up, motherfuckers?" Like I'm like on one, and
Right.
then as you keep dosing, at the end of the day, it's kind of like when you've done all day it, and that's when you start to kind of nod off. It's like your body's like, okay, I'm tapping out.
For me, I was mixing so much stuff, so much.
This kid was
speed
all
and-
over the fucking place.
and down, but you could hear it in the music now. Sometimes we go back for laughs and we'll listen to some
You
of the
could
shit
hear
I
it in the
made
music.
when I was like in psychosis.
What would you say is the most fucked up
And it's
you ever were for an album?
I want to know.
I want to die in New Orleans.
I think mine is.
Yeah,
I think mine is.
I hate that album.
Stop Staring is mine.
Really?
Hates that
I
album.
hate that album. You did phenomenal on it, but I was so far gone.
gonna check it
dude.
out?
I was literally in psychosis from.
Hey guys, I'm here from the future. This should be the end of part 1 of the podcast. I've watched the entire thing. I've filmed the entire thing. However, I've noticed while editing that there is a lot of empty space. So if you guys are interested in a part 2 to see my full reaction to the podcast, let me know down in the comments below. Even with all the spaces with not as much commentary, this is definitely a new form of content for me. I'm enjoying it a lot. I don't know how enjoyable it is for the viewers. So let me know down in the comments below if you're interested in a part 2. Again, I have it all filmed, so I can definitely edit the rest of it and throw it on the channel. And yeah, y'all can also hit me up on the Discord. So let me know, and we're going to see you back at the harbor, hopefully very, very soon. Peace.
Prophet, my scripts can fulfill like prophecies. Swerving mad, black rovers, fuck being sober. Said he was a psycho.